Hello all and welcome to our channel Holistic Facts. In Prelims Prime videos today, we are going to discuss about the G4 virus. So recently you must have heard in news that researchers are fearing that there's another pandemic growing in China. So what is this all about and what is this G4 virus is what we are going to see in today's video. So G4 has genetically descended from H1N1, the swine flu that caused 2019 pandemic. So this is the first stage where researchers are fearing because it is from a virus that caused a pandemic. And this particular study was published in PNAS, which is a US based science journal. The disease has all the essential hallmarks of a candidate pandemic virus. So that includes infectivity, capacity to cross the animal to human barrier, etc. The virus has already infected humans in Shandong and Hebei province, with more than 10% of pig farm workers and 4.4% of the general public testing positive during a survey between 2016 and 18. So on this survey only, this particular study is based showing the infectivity of that virus and spread of that virus. So here the good news is that the virus has not yet spread from from human to human. It has spread from pig to humans, but not from human to human. So strictly speaking, this is not a new virus and researchers have known about this for quite some years. Okay, so what China has also actually rebuffed the claims that G4 virus has any capacity to cause human to human infection or in turn turn into a pandemic. So this was about the G4 virus. CDC has already decided to take certain proactive measures because due to the COVID-19 pandemics, we know for sure that this is not the last one, right? There are always chances of having something new. So CDC, that is Center for Disease Control, which is US based, has decided to take proactive measures for these things. So here it is very important for us to understand what is animal to human transmission. Here in this figure you can see there's a representation of how animal viruses can be transmitted to humans and then can cause global spread. So many pathogens are intrinsically able to have developed many pathogens are intrinsically able or have developed the ability to infect both animals and humans. Developed meaning that when a certain virus or bacteria crosses the animal to human barrier, they adapt to the conditions that are present in human body and then they develop there and then they start spreading the infection from human to humans. All right, and so all these viruses and pathogens are collectively called as zoonotic diseases and they make up more than 60% of all known human infectious diseases. Okay, so 60% of human infectious diseases are zoonotic, which is a very significant number. So here actually we are going to see how they are transmitted. So if a person comes in contact with blood, urine, feces or saliva of an infected animal, the virus has a chance of spreading to the person, or the probability increases in slaughterhouses because there you directly come in contact with all these things and hygiene is the main issue. So animals in aquariums, pet habitats, barns and animal food spaces, these are also the places where human to animal contact takes place. And mostly we have domesticated many animals and those animals have been with us now for millions and thousands of years, right? So we have grown certain kind of resistances for a few types of pathogens, okay, which come from livestock. But when it comes to wildlife, animal to human contact is quite rare, okay, and we do not have immunities or resistance for such kind of pathogens. So when such kind of pathogen crosses the barrier, the animal to human barrier, it is very easy for it to spread and cause infectious and serious diseases. Then again, contaminated food or getting bitten by a tick or insect that has already bitten some other animal which has the virus, all these kind of things can transmit. The recent explosion of disease-causing viruses in China shows that unregulated sell and slaughter of animals in unhygienic condition, including exotic animals, okay, so wild animals like pangolins, can increase the risk of such transmission. Also, we know when the MERS endemic was there, then also it is thought that it got transmitted from camels. Then swine flu gets transmitted through pigs, and then here coronavirus, we are saying that it got transmitted through the bats. So wild animals pose a risk here. So in China, we know there are wet markets, and coronavirus is also being thought that it was transmitted through such wet markets, because there you come in contact with the blood, urine, feces, saliva of infected animals directly, and the hygiene conditions are miserable. So what exactly is a wet market? So in a wet market, the animals are brought live, and then they are slaughtered there just before the sale or just for the sale. And mostly in China, in the wet markets, wild animals are brought, like pangolins or ferrets, and hence the chances of such kind of diseases increases there. So coming back to swine flu. So swine flu is actually a constant threat to us, and every now and then we constantly hear about swine flu being in news. So swine flu viruses are a group of viruses, right? It's a group of viruses that infect pigs, but when it crosses the barrier and it infects humans, that virus then is called a variant influenza virus, right? It is the variant of the original. Then human to human transmission among variant virus is limited usually, but when it causes that, it becomes highly dangerous, and it can lead to endemics. As per the CDC, most commonly humans may get infected by such viruses due to exposure from infected pigs. So direct exposure is the way, right? Usually direct exposure is the way, and in the rare cases, it gets transmitted from humans to humans. The 2009 pandemic was caused by a strain of swine flu called H1N1, and the main, obviously, characteristic of this virus here was human to human transmission. And the symptoms were fever, cough, sore throat, body aches, headaches, chills, and fattings. So all these flu viruses, they have common symptoms, right? So coronavirus, we know what are the symptoms. All these same symptoms are there. So it takes time for us to understand whether this is common cold or whether this is some kind of new disease or new infections. So what we can do is take certain proactive measures now. All right, the MERS was not the last endemic. Swine flu was not the last pandemic. We have COVID-19 now, and for sure COVID-19 is not going to be the last pandemic. We have many more things coming. So the best way is take proactive measures. So this was today's video about G4 virus and how these pathogens get transmitted from animals to humans. Given certain current circumstances, this is important from both prelims as well as mains point of view. So if you like today's video, please keep watching Holistic Facts and like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.